I am now on broadcasting with using the computer that we know works.
Testing devices.
And Martin earlier was trying the webcam on an old PC that does not have a camera on it, etc., back at our place. And we're trying to figure out how to get it to be on, because it's both one profile. I don't know if we have to start a second profile to be able to do this. See, I don't want to do that because I don't want people to like a profile we're not going to use except for anything but a camera. Do you agree, Martin?
I agree.
Oh, what's that?
There.
Is that the PC you're using?
That is the laptop and the webcam.
Okay. So you've come on to the cast, but your camera's got the circle and the line through it, and I see no audio.
No audio. Interesting. Let's see here. I'm seeing my preview as usual. Let me refresh the devices.
This is what
through the phone call, or?
Oh yeah, I can still hear you through the phone, easy enough. This is what was happening with Harold the other day. So if we can figure it out with you on our time, then we'll be able to figure out with him.
Yeah, as far as I can see on my preview, my mic is responding and camera is responding.
Well, I'm going to switch to FaceTime then on your phone. Hang on.
Okay.
So you can see what I see here.
It's showing as a possible. Let me join studio. So hit the join button. Yeah, maybe that makes the difference. Is that cool? Yeah, I just went to landscape on your visual. And there I am.
Okay, but no audio.
Okay.
Oh, now audio.
No audio? Check country.
Okay, so let me hang up the phone.
Okay.
Okay, so I can hear you now. And I can see you.
So we're
that's the webcam, right? I see you're already ready for tonight. That's good. Well, almost ready for tonight.
Okay,
I hear some staticky stuff. Okay, your mic, the mic is on the webcam?
Mic is on the webcam.
Stop fussing with stuff. Don't, that's tonight. Don't, just put that aside. Will you?
All right.
Let's focus on the HAPS app, please, and what's going to be required to get to air. Okay, so my audio with you is very choppy. I'm hoping someone will come in. I see we've had 8 viewers, but I'm hoping someone will come in and tell me whether or not they hear it's choppy. So your mic is on the webcam, right?
The mic is on the camera. Let me see. Yeah. I don't think.
So either it's somewhere in the cable, because we've used that webcam as the mic before.
Yeah, and I guess I'm seeing my whether about not there's noise.
So what do you have in as your earbud monitor? What is it?
This just a pair of headphones. It looks like a mic is a connector, like 4-band.
There's a mic part of the headphones?
Yeah, it's probably in the little dongle, the cable, right?
It may be trying to use it.
So if I go, let's look here.
So that computer is older than Bluetooth?
Or it was just a model that didn't.
Yeah, see, I'm hearing every 4th or 5th word. So that computer does not have Bluetooth.
No, it didn't. If you try to line in mic. Let's take a look what it does.
Hmm.
Wait, no, that's not gonna-
Yeah, so the
Yeah,
mic
okay.
cam on HAP
That's 1,
should be
2.
able to show you what it's using.
Check 1, 2, 1, 2. Check 2.
Yeah, there's still a lot of breakup
How we
and,
doing?
and stuff like that.
So I wonder if it's the internet issues.
Well, did you go into your mic and camera settings underneath your main frame there? And see what it says for audio and see what it says for video?
Camera? Yeah, that's where I am. That's where I am right now. So camera, go. Microphone was Razer Kaio. I just switched to one in audio device, which should be this microphone on the head.
If
device.
someone's out there, can you please tell me if he's as choppy as for you guys as he is for me? Please, 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 and thank you.
Easy. Thank you.
Martin, keep talking. Send a screen, like take a picture of that screen or
Yeah,
something so I can, of your mic and cam so I can see. Or call me back on
Of-
FaceTime.
Of this? Yeah. Do it with my phone.
Because I want to see what it says. Okay, so Eric says there's static on his end too. Just Martin or Martin and myself? We appreciate the help, Eric. Thank you for speaking up. Because HAPS is now a very active part of our life, including additional income. So it's important for us to get it right. Okay. So Eric says it's staticky too. So is it both of us, just Martin, just me? Line in. No, you see, you've got your mic on line in. That's your earbuds. Click on that mic pop down and find the Razer Kylo. If you have to refresh devices, do so. If it's not showing up, refresh devices. I don't hear you at all now. So hopefully, Martin, you can hear me. Nod your head if you can hear me. Okay, that I think that was a nod. It was kind of small. If you can hear me, make a big, huge nod. A comic book nod. A cartoon nod. Okay.
Is that better? Did that help?
Okay. So did you change your microphone to the Razer?
It's
What's doing that? Is it? Because yeah, your image says it's trying to use your little earbuds headpieces thingy. Yeah. I hope that computer is fast enough, or I don't understand older PCs. Um, they are not my, they are not within my wheelhouse. Did you refresh the devices?
test 1, 2.
Oh, that's what you're doing. That's what the spinny is. Well, here's another thought, Martin. Take your phone and your hands-free and open up the app on the phone. Let's have it in as another camera and see if your hands-free will do the job. And then we just turn off mic and keep camera on so you can have. I know that means technically you'll have two cameras, but it doesn't mean the one has to go to air. 101 ways to work around issues.
Yes.
I know this is kind of boring, but if folks can stay around, we would appreciate audience input as to what the hell is happening. Okay, I see his other device.
Okay.
It's now coming up. I see the ceiling.
All right.
So I assume now you have your hands.
I have my hands-free connected.
Have
Yeah.
you connected? Yeah.
Okay, so I just muted
So I'll mute this.
your camera audio. So that's better. So if we make this disappear and we bring you up,
Like that.
how's that look and sound to you?
I can hear you're in quite fine. How's are we hearing any audio through the from my
From a what? Okay, you're still kind of dropping out.
from the
Not as
earbud in the
static or
phone?
anything.
Mhm. Okay, anyone still watching?
Okay.
Did my audio just improve?
Your audio's improved a bit for me. There's still one or
Okay.
two dropouts, but I also hear my audio.
Mm-hmm.
Is that PC still have volume on?
Actually, sorry, I'm hearing a little, very, very faintly. But let me, come on. Let me.
Yeah, even very
mute
faintly,
the
your
speaker.
mic will pick it up,
There we go. Yeah.
and that could be what's getting in the way.
Yeah.
So testing,
Okay.
testy.
Don't get so
I'm
testy.
testy. Why not? So if I go like
Testing 1 2
this,
3 1 2 3 1 2 3.
oh, that's good.
It's
Sounds
better on
much
my end.
better.
Eric says, okay.
Okay,
It's sounding much
cool.
better now.
So, oh, excuse me.
Oh my.
Lunch
Lunch?
second time around.
Yay. ABC lunch.
Okay, so I have no idea how to make someone a director. Not like Martin will probably use it, because I tend to do most of this, but I want that option there in case I have to walk away. So how do I make Martin a director?
I don't know. Or am I automatically a director because I'm on the same profile?
I don't know.
Might
Can you
have
see the
to- might have
videos?
something to do. Yeah, I can see all the videos.
You see all the videos?
Yeah.
Okay, point your phone at something other than the ceiling.
Okay. Hang on a sec.
Because I want to find out if this will work. Okay, so there's 3. And cat butt. Yes, Pippin, we know that's your favorite feature. But
Uh-huh.
so Martin, pick any of the videos
Pick any of the videos. All right.
and click on it and see what happens.
All right. Oh, come on, you slow piece up. Sorry.
Okay, Pip, if you're not going to
Okay.
stay in my lap, then I need you to temporarily go away. We can cuddle in a moment.
I'll click on this one. Yeah, yeah, there it is.
Okay. So because we're on the same profile, it does not distinguish what is, like, it doesn't say, okay, it just says there's two computers running one
Running one
broadcast.
profile. So yeah.
Go like this. Nothing happens. Oh, no, that happens. Okay.
This takes a moment. Yeah.
So I assume that means to move someone over to the tall,
Yeah.
we make them the one priority.
The number one.
Okay. So on this setting, the grid, number one is what? So things are a little slower connected to you. I'm assuming it's trying to align itself. So number one is the top left.
Right.
Okay, so with 4 videos, it doesn't want us to pick the stack or the PIP.
Oh,
Oh, I
yeah.
see. It automatically, it automatically controls and defaults.
I guess stack and PIP only allow for three images. Yeah.
Right. So over 3, if you want to feature something, you pick tall. And your featured, it should be either tall video or the big wide one.
Yeah. Mixed bag.
I wish there were little buttons that we could pick 1, 2, 3, 4. So Martin, keep talking while the video's playing for me. I want to hear if you
All
break
right.
up.
So let's see how things go here. And if I keep talking, we talk about learning a little bit more about how the app works and how we can do this from 2 different machines. This poor old Windows 7 laptop, which I'm still learning or modifying some of the settings to make it a little bit more usable. It's hard to get used to because on the Apple you're able to take the trackpad and use 2 fingers to scroll up and down on a screen or back and forth, right? But it doesn't work on the trackpad that way. So I'll have to see if there's any trackpad settings that allow me to do that.
Well, will it allow you, because you've got the wireless, oh, it doesn't have Bluetooth, that's right.
Which what?
Because
Finish the sentence first.
you've got my wireless trackpad there, my wireless keyboard.
Oh, yeah. No, it won't connect to those.
But those are Apple
there's a
only
couple.
devices, not them.
There's a couple of mice that are floating around that came in the bag with the laptop. There are like our mice from our collection. One's a wireless with a little USB
The cat
dongle.
hasn't taken off with the mice?
No, she doesn't take it off with the mice. Oh, look, see.
Oh, I remember that wireless and USB dongle. I used to use it
Yeah.
all the time. Oh, what's that?
Yeah.
What's it doing?
Internet connection unstable. Because the router's in the kitchen right now. Waiting to hear back whether or not we can get that fiber optic moved, or whether they can just provide us with a longer fiber optic cable.
So
One way
maybe
or the other.
tonight, if we're going to do this with the 2 computers and everything, and be able to run more stuff on a broadcast, maybe tonight you should clean off the little kitchen table. Put
Yeah.
something between work and the kitchen table, and work there right next to the router.
Yeah, that might work.
Okay, so I stopped the video. And now I'm going to get rid
Well,
of
being
this. That's just
3:30,
you and I
yeah.
again.
Being 3:30, that's only 4 hours away now. And I still got a bunch of stuff to do. So. Okay.
Well, let's do a tiny bit of. Why don't you Oh, do you have the stuff to package up that lightsaber?
Oh, yeah, I do actually. Yeah, it's right here.
Well, so why don't you bring that laptop? We'll take a little
Uh-huh.
more time and just test this theory. Bring that laptop into the kitchen and gather together the packing stuff in that lightsaber.
Oh.
And let's do like a mini
yeah.
broadcast.
I may have to go offline and back on. As soon as I unplug this laptop from power, it will die. So in moving
Seriously,
it from one room to the
that
other, yeah,
laptop
its
doesn't hold its own
battery
power
is
anymore.
its battery is toast.
Well, are you willing to?
Yeah, I can do that. Just warning you ahead of
Like
time.
just close the computer. Don't actually go offline or anything. Let's see if it's still
Yeah.
there when you plug it in at the other end.
All right, let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's actually test that and just grab the packing stuff for Dawn's lightsaber, and we'll do a bit of a demo on on this cast and show people it, and because you're still connected with the other camera still.
Yeah, that's true. No, the other camera's like facing the desk now or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's black,
It's
but that's okay. You're
actually
still
lying
connected. They
on
can
top of the
hear you.
laptop.
So
Yeah,
so don't
that's
think you're safe because we can't see you. We can hear you.
Do not think I am safe.
Eric, thank you for hanging in there for us. You are now officially this broadcast helper.
Broadcast helper.
And
That's like
any
hamburger
of
helper.
you, exactly. We do need helpers because any of you that are on any of our other apps, whether you're friends with us on Facebook or following us on Instagram or whatever it is, to try to get the numbers to work in our favor and to try to decrease some stress with Martin and I. We're going to unfollow. I think it's follow on Instagram. We're going to unfollow those of you who are not actively posting. It doesn't mean we can't message you. We may wind up in the message request section of messages. So do make sure you check those sections. And same on Facebook. We're trying to get. I've got 4,000 people on my friends list, and I promised myself when I did the last cleanup I wouldn't go over 3,000, and now I'm regretting even that. So I'm gonna have to get rid of most of you on my friends list, but
No, don't take
the
it personally,
public.
folks.
Don't take it personally. The public page, and it's going to be particular criteria. It's going to sound pissy and horrible, but I have to get my friends list down. You can
I
still
gotta go
message
grab the
us on our
webcam.
page. We're okay. We are learning how to use the page messenger and stuff. It's confusing why they didn't design the pages exactly the same way as the profiles. I don't know. Please be patient. If we don't see your message, please be patient. Please be patient. Please be patient.
So
So
what she's
I'm going to
saying
get you
is,
guys
please be
to like the
patient.
page. Please be patient. And the page is easy to find. It's just Car Hunger like anywhere else. CARR.
HUNGER.
They can still hear you, Martin.
I know. I gathered that.
I follow you on Instagram and Twitter. Twitter, that's the other one. But
That's
Twitter,
the
I
other
don't
one.
think. I think I did a major. Most of the people we know that we communicate with a lot don't use Twitter. Eric, are you posting content on Instagram? And you see, this is it. We don't see whether or not people post content because we're following so many people who post like once every 4 months type thing, and that's we need to. So Twitter, don't worry about it. Eric. Twitter, we're mostly ignoring. I think the only reason I go on Twitter anymore is to see what Mark Hamill's doing. I confess.
Yeah,
The only reason I'm on Twitter is for Mark Hamill. That's it.
that makes a lot of sense.
The rest of you are fluff. Sorry. My profound apologies.
It's okay. She doesn't really mean any disrespect, folks.
You follow the Facebook. You like the Facebook fan page? Did you, Eric? Oh, cool. Yeah, you can always communicate over there. That's perfectly all right. And I've noticed, folks, on Haps, if you want someone to see a link, don't hand type it into the comment. Type it into your browser, like in a new window. Let it load. Select the address, copy, and watch this. Please work, because if you don't work, I'm going to be like a fool. Yes. So if you do it that way, it does create a hyperlink, as you can see. You can
Hyperlink.
click on that. If I type it in, HTTPS : and remember the S now because that's the new.
Yeah.
See if I do this, if I type it in, it doesn't link. See the difference, guys? The first one I copy and pasted from the browser. The second one I typed in. Brilliant, Eric. Thank you so much for understanding.
Mhm.
Same with like our
Taylor,
store.
what just happened here?
www. If I type in the store, see it doesn't link, but if I open a new browser, www.carhunger.ca, and I let it load the page, it's almost like HAPS needs you to prove that it's actually there, that it actually exists. It's probably their way of decreasing. See, now if I go to another browser window and I copy and paste it, now it's a linkable. So Martin, that black has come back up.
Hmm. Just getting the laptop up and running again. It did not like being unplugged, so hang on. Connection lost. Internet connection is good. All right. Okay, we're starting to come back on here.
But it's nice that HAPS completely recognized it right away and didn't unmute you, which is good. So we're still getting the audio through your phone.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
we're not getting your video. It's still black.
Let's see here.
So
Razer
reload.
Kayo. Let me do a refresh. Devices.
Yep.
Oh,
I assume you brought the camera in with you.
yep. It is plugged
The
in.
Razer. The Razer. You guys say we are
Razer. Come on. Refresh devices.
Let's learn about HAPS, baby. Let's learn about you and me. Let's learn about all the good things and the bad things that could be.
It's still
Let's
saying
learn about
internet connection is
HAPS.
unstable, sitting here right like 2 feet away from the router. So I don't know if that's the.
Try restarting the whole computer.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Quit Chrome.
Oh, see, now it disconnected. Before it didn't.
Right.
I haven't posted on Instagram since May of last year. Thank you for being honest, Eric. So let's stay in touch using Twitter. Do be aware I don't use it much anymore. And I will let your Instagram go so that I can hopefully get my demographics up. Because, yes, we were, as much as we love being social with all you guys, we are predominantly on this because of our art and because of our business. And we don't care what rules or stipulations each of these, apps has to do in order to make them function better. Um, we're not going to get pissy. They are all free apps. They don't cost us anything. For Martin and I, if they want to run ads on us, they'll run ads on us. We're probably going to be one of those ads soon. So please click on cosplay and props and stuff when they ask you what you want to see ads for. Because once we get that page, like the store, completely to our satisfaction, which hopefully will be soon, we want to be able to to make it all work and have it happen. So yeah, Eric, we'll let you go on Instagram as well so that we can get our demographics up. So we'll keep you on Twitter, so you have that way to communicate. And yeah, feel free to use the Facebook fan page. Facebook's the big one because they have this distinguish, friends, and there's no real distinguishing factors as to who is a friend and who is a close friend and who is a casual friend and who is an associate that you have as a friend because you want to invite them to events so they can see it. There's really no way to distinguish all that. So that's Facebook's the big troublemaker, but the largest database, the largest, access to people. Okay, according to this, the computer is still disconnected.
Oh yeah. Well, it's taking forever opening Chrome now.
Okay, so what you may want to do at some point here is test, like see if there's a cleanup app, or who knows, maybe it's got crap on it from before that was never removed, like a virus.
Well, yeah.
Or
These are all still apps that. Oh, all Those are all still apps that were when
Do you
it was
mind
in
me
its
putting your other
Anime
camera
North days.
on camera?
The camera on camera? Oh,
Yeah,
my phone?
what you're showing me
Yeah,
in small.
sure, yeah.
Yes. Okay. So what were you showing me? Because
Oh, before Chrome opened, there was a whole series of apps on the side that are all leftovers from the Anime North days from this computer's previous life.
so
So
they
yeah,
a computer's previous life. We resurrected it from the dead.
from
So
the
you may want to throw all
dead.
those out.
Yeah,
Uninstall them. I think on PCs you don't just throw them out, you uninstall, right?
yeah. You go to your program list, and then each one has an uninstall. Alright, so
So it looks
Launcher
like you're gonna be
Studio.
spending some time today doing that,
Hmm.
because that
And
may
then
drastically affect this.
yeah, which means I'm not going to get as far ahead on the wing packs as I had initially intended, but that's okay. They're going to get done.
Multitask.
Oh yeah.
Multitask.
Okay, Razor. Okay, join studio. Let's see what happens. Thinking about it. Thinking about it.
Okay, you just popped up. You're in the middle now.
And lights on. Well, that came on and went out again.
Oh, my ears on the issue. Oh. Okay,
Did you hear
that
that?
was really
Right
something
under the
annoying.
earbud.
Yeah,
Oh wow. Okay, this computer is really like.
we really need those headsets that are flat because these earbuds are great, but they kind of start bothering your ear. I think I'm gonna spray this one down with isopropyl
Mm-hmm.
before I put it back in my ear this evening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not even responding to scrolling down so that I can get down here and refresh the devices because it's not doing anything.
Okay, so um, that means we don't have the webcam. That's not a total loss. It would have made it nicer.
Yeah.
Um, but we do have your phone as a camera.
Yep. It doesn't seem to be
So
anything too thorough.
place your phone in a way that can be seen,
Uh-huh. Oh, hold
and
on.
ignore the webcam at the moment.
Alright.
Oh, it just
Okay.
kicked in, Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just.
Hold on.
There we go.
There we go.
And mute that.
Turn off your audio on the computer, please.
Here, hang on a second.
Mute the
There.
computer.
There, I just muted it. Okay. So there we go.
So do we want to do a mini broadcast right now and package up that lightsaber
Yeah.
and see how stable this is and
Let's do
keep
that,
talking
and then we'll
and
clear some internet.
get the webcam a little closer to packaging
Mm-hmm.
visually. So
Yeah, I'll bring it around here and.
and let's see if we can make this work.
Alright.
So I think it's just a matter of getting rid of some of the apps on there so the computer has more memory space to work with.
Yeah, makes sense. So, how do we want to do this?
Because one day we will afford a new PC to talk to stuff, and that sucker will be recycled or something.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you, Eric, again for being so honest.
Yeah, something like that. Move that out of the way. That's a good spot. Okay. I think I
I'm
should.
looking for his ID on
Who or what?
what's your Instagram ID, Eric?
I'll be right back.
I see Mr. Eric Hypes. But is it your name? I have to get into the habit of doing things. While I'm thinking of them. Eric loves Bolt. I think that's you. Let me go back and see. Yes. Oh yeah, Eric, you haven't posted for quite some time. 69 weeks ago,
Wow.
according to this.
All right.
That's a long time, honey. Blessing to you in abundance. Edward! Edward!
Edward Lynn, how are you?
Dude. Edward, do you wanna come on for a minute and help us test that as well? Because we're trying. Martin's got an old PC there, and I've got the Apple here. Could we use you as a 5-minute test subject if you've got the time? It's the best day of my life. Thanks for asking. And sure, yay, Eric. Thank you. You came in on the right time because we're trying to figure out how to get more out of HAPS while we are. Sorry, not Eric.
Edward.
Eric
The
did
other
Edward.
E-name.
E-names. E-names.
E-names.
Yay. Invite Edward. It's amazing how circumstances force us to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if Martin and I can successfully talk to you and stuff without complete deterioration of everything.
Of everything.
Here, Martin, if I give you the main window, you want to test that lightsaber before packaging it?
Yeah. Hang on a sec.
Because this will be your last chance to test it.
Mm-hmm. So here we go.
So our customer let us experiment a lot, which is awesome. This is the first prop we've made in a very long time that is plug-in to charge instead of having a battery compartment. And we're going to let her basically test it out. And if it works out, I think we're going to make all our lightsabers this way because it's just easier.
Mm-hmm.
And the blade's done differently too. It's a push the blade in and turn it.
It's like a twist lock.
Instead of having to screw it in, which is a lot faster. So again, if she says, "Oh my God, this works," because our big concern is bopping and bopping and bopping, whether or not it'll break it.
Mm-hmm.
Break it. Mm-hmm. Yay! There's Edward.
Hello.
Hello. All right. So let's just give this a little power test without the blade in it.
So Martin, hold off on that for a little bit, and let's chat with Edward for a tiny bit to see if this works out.
Sure.
And so how you doing, Edward?
Oh, it's the best day of my life. How are you both?
Doing good.
We're experimenting, so we're up and down on the stress a little bit, but we're still alive, and that's an important thing. We both remember how to breathe, and that's an important thing as well.
That's good. Excellent. Are you in two different locations?
We are. Yeah.
Yeah. I've entered a bit of a program to kind of rebuild a lot of my life, and so I'm temporarily living somewhere else while Martin goes to his sessions and stuff. The system doesn't provide a space for men, which I think is wrong, but it is what it is, to basically have their own space and heal. And a lot of what he's struggling with is spikes back to childhood where he threw fits all the time. So they're looking at a bit of a dual personality with him and trying to reprogram his brain, but they have nowhere for him to stay because he's a guy. Whereas the system does provide for women to stay somewhere while they're going through the programs. So I took the offer and I'm living in a tiny little space that's all my own as long as I'm going through the program, and he's going through his program from home, and
Mhm.
we're allowed to see each other for work. We'll be doing the story time broadcast together, so I will be going over there because that is still our place of business, and doing the broadcast there, and then coming back here and reporting in and writing down the experience. And basically, both programs that we're in are providing breakdowns of our lives and the way they are and the way we're handling or not handling things. So we're reporting to specialists every time we have a major experience, and calling them every day. And in the case, I've got them here locally in the building. In his case, he's phone calling them. And so we're both basically having outside specialists look at our life and help us restructure a life that's more productive to who we are.
Mhm.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it's quite the adventure.
Yeah, I would say so. You gave me a lot of information there.
Mhm.
Well, we want people to understand because we've been very publicly online as the couple that builds and cosplays, and we've been, since the 80s, we've been very publicly in this image, and we both regret um, getting married because we got married, the husband and wife thing, to appease his parents,
Mhm. But
and
we
what it's
and
basically done is reprogrammed Martin's brain. Martin,
yeah.
if you'd like to share that a little bit.
Yeah. Because yeah, we could have done all of this, been the cosplayers, the builders, the creators, and all that sort of stuff without being married. But what it basically did was it's my brain saw it a lot as the same sort of relationship that my parents had, in terms of, the man was the breadwinner, the woman was the one taking care of everything at home. There was always that sort of need to be a hero, need to be the important person, and that kind of screwed a lot of things up. And then I didn't
Which is
let
not what
go
I
of,
needed.
yeah, and I didn't let go um, of that image and that dependence to a point where being separated from my parents when we moved to BC really triggered a lot of it. And then coming back, and when both of my parents passed away, that sort of threw me over the off the deep end, as it were,
And
psychologically.
people have
So
asked me, sorry, Martin.
mm,
Um, People ask me all the time, why haven't I left him, or was I hiding anything? No, Martin has always been this sort of split, and we played husband and wife when we visited them, and
mhm,
just enough for his parents to feel good about things. And that playing was minor, but when they passed away, it became a major thing. And so that kind of split Martin completely in half. So instead of it being a show out of respect for his parents, it's now become Martin doesn't know which side of him to turn to when he's under stress.
mhm,
So by doing it this way, as difficult as it is, we're going to be able to maintain the best friend status that we started with. We're going to still be able to maintain the love for each other, and we're still going to be able to maintain the artists and the company. But we are just going to have to learn to live two separate lives. For me, that's no big deal having a place of my own. For Martin, it's a lot scarier because he's never had to. He's never had
mhm.
to fight for his own life. He's, so this is why when I say to parents, when I say to you guys, let the kids fight for something, let them hurt a little, let them have something that they have to fight for themselves. Do it because Martin never ever had to fight. So now that he has to fight for
Yeah,
his own
no.
life, he's very confused. You know, let your kids
Hello,
fight, guys.
James.
Let
Thank
your
you
kids fight.
for the high award.
Thank
Hello,
you,
Ernest.
James.
Welcome to our broadcast. Thank you for
And thank you for
subscribing. Yeah.
subscribing.
Mhm.
So that was great, Edward,
What?
the
What?
other day when you were, yes,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Mhm.
when you were on Tony D's broadcast with his son, and that was beautiful what you said about homework.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, you're working for your life.
Yep.
You're working for your
Mhm.
future.
Working for your home. Yep.
Yeah,
Very important.
yeah, that was brilliant. That was beautiful. The
Yeah.
kids have got to work.
Yeah. Well, we all have to work. Uh,
Mhm.
what is your background in your belief system, or both of you?
I was brought up with my mother as a Roman Catholic and my father as a pagan. I became very close to my father because my father's belief system was plain and simple: your children should not be forced into a religion. They should decide when they're old enough what they need in their lives. My mother was very much, no, they're going into a Catholic school. So the compromise they settled on was that we were not to be baptized until we could decide to be baptized, but we were going into the Catholic school system. Um, and it made my younger brother more of a rebel, which was
Yeah.
interesting to see how that happened. But I have followed the pagan path more, like my father's path, because I found his attitude towards spirituality was much more open minded. And when you think about, I grew up in the 70s, right? I was born in the late 60s. So I grew up in the 70s. A lot of open mindedness still was not there yet. So, the way the church saw things was, not as open minded as it does now, to a certain degree, of course. But so that's made me stay on the pagan path. But he taught us all about um, pagan, Wiccan, what the differences are, Judaism. He taught us about what a Buddhist is. He taught us about the difference between Christian and Catholic. My father was very much about the education. Martin, your turn.
My family's Catholic, so there was a fair amount of that while I was growing up, but I really sort of tried to stay away from a lot of it. I didn't go to church regularly. I mean, my family didn't really go to church much, but it was still that sort of Catholic belief system. There was, Catholic icons in the household and that sort of thing. So, but I never really subscribed to the same belief system as my family. I just sort of went my own way. And then when Christina and I got together, and I saw a whole new way of looking at things, a whole new way of looking at the world, a way of looking at the universe, and a lot of the beliefs that her father, um, imparted into her. Then it's kind of made me realize that's more what I wanted to lean towards. So I've basically taken on the whole pagan belief system as well.
Okay.
hmm
Well, there's five
Sorry, my head's
questions.
not on camera. I've set up to
Oh
do
no,
something
no
else here,
problem.
and then
No, there's five questions I always ask uh, most humans that I come in contact with. I've been to 50 countries, 5 continents around the world. My wife and I travel. But
wow.
the first question is, who are you? Who are you? Not in the light of who we were born in or our ethnicity or male female role. Who are you?
Mm-hmm.
And you have to answer that on your own. The real you. Who are you? If you look in the mirror every day, how do you define that? Number two, where are you from? Not again, not geographical location or uh, different countries, societies, and things like that. No, where are you from? Meaning, where do you believe your port of origin is? Okay, and that's something that you would have to define based on. And I go with, I'm a creationist, so I do believe that man was created by God and for that purpose. Where some people may be evolutionists, and some people say they don't know. So those are a thing that I look at. Then, why are you here? Why are you here? What is your ultimate purpose in life? What is the gift that you came to the planet to deposit in the earth? Everyone comes with gifts and talents. And what do we do? I've been in funeral business 32 years. How many people have passed away and buried their dreams or their thoughts, and they never became
Mm-hmm.
what they were supposed to become because they buried it, because either someone told them that they shouldn't do it or they couldn't do it, or they went to a college that did not define their gift but tried to refine their gift to the point where they try to plug them into some other thing that they should have never plugged them into.
Gemma.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So
And then
1 second, Edward.
Mm-hmm.
go ahead.
1 second. Let me, because we've got some awards. Martin, we got a high
Mm-hmm.
award. So do that high in the
Hi,
camera.
Lord.
Hi, James. Thank you so much. And we got the golden squirrel, which is for Martin and I. Thank you, Martin and I will now be buying nuts with that $2 US to
That's
to
right.
make
That's
sure we
right.
feed our inner squirrels.
Great.
There we go.
Oh, and
Thank
thank
you
you,
so
Gemma.
much for the
And a
awards.
super hard award from Gemma.
Oh, and a super hearts, and
Boy.
that's Gemma. Thank you. So it's bum 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 bum, and then that heart floats
Let me
up,
do the heart from
up,
here.
up, 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 lifting us up.
My heart's not quite in frame, so okay.
Thank you, Edward, for giving us the moment to thank our
Yeah.
Oh, no problem. No
contributors.
problem.
Mhm.
The
Okay,
next
and the
one is
next
what
question?
can, yeah, the next one is what can I do, or what can you do personally? What do you actually control? Like, you control your
Right.
attitude, you control your responses, you control everything. That you control is from within you. You and I can never control what's outside of us. Like I always say, some people say to me, well, all kinds of substances like marijuana or cocaine, God made it all. I said yes, and he said it was very good, but the use of it is different than the abuse of it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes,
a
very
lot of
much so.
people say, oh yeah, I can do, yeah, but how is it manufactured, or how am I using this? Am I using this to do something that's going to harm me, or am I using something to really help me medically, if that's the case? Other than that, I do not believe anything outside of us determines who we are. So, what can I do? Can I not touch this particular thing, or not have this particular thing part of my life? That's important. Then the last one is, where am I going? And how do I know if I get there? Do I have a designed life 5 years from now, or do I have an undesigned life? Either way, 5 years from now, you have either one of them. It's either designed, that you created, or it's going to be undesigned. You still created it.
Right.
And we've got an
Mhm.
LOL.
LOL award. Thank you,
James.
So of course we
James.
use our right hands so that the backwards L to us is forwards to you.
That's right.
Yeah. So that's
Thank you,
so that's
James.
that's that's so those are 5 things. But I appreciate you guys sharing with me, and I would
Mhm.
definitely be petitioning the high court, the high uh, judge of all judges, because that's what petition means in the scripture. We petition the government of heaven on behalf of those of us on the earth, to grant us access to the things that you need in every area of your life.
Mhm.
Well, if you want, Martin, I can. Why don't we do the packaging and the lightsaber tonight as part of tonight's broadcast? I'm cool with that. If you can
Okay.
turn the camera around, Martin, on your face so we can see your lovely face.
See my lovely
And
face. Okay. Give me a
your
sec.
lovely face, because I know it's a lovely face, or I wouldn't have fallen in love with you in the first place.
Aw. My
Um,
face has changed a lot, though.
Yeah, James is a good guy too.
Okay.
James, my friend.
Is he? Yeah. Nice.
thank you,
Yeah.
James.
All
So
right.
I'm a little more open than Martin because I grew up that way. Um, and So if Martin wants, I'll go first unless he wants to
No,
go
by all
first
means.
in
Yeah.
trying to answer those questions. Okay.
Oh,
So
you don't have to answer,
Edward, you're gonna have
but you
to.
don't have to answer.
Oh
You
no,
don't
I
have to
want
answer.
to.
No, I know, but I want you to really think through them, and I'll be back.
Okay.
Like I said, I only came up for a minute to help test your system.
Yes.
But I just
Mhm.
wanted to give that to you, because I actually have a meeting in an hour, and my wife is waiting for me, and I actually want to come up and just help you out with
Yeah.
your little program. But think
Oh
about
no,
those
beautiful.
5 questions,
Mhm.
and then we'll go over them. Because listen, I'm going to see you again. You've been in my broadcast in the bottom there, back and forth, and then one time you want to come up, you're welcome to come up and share what you've thought through.
Mhm.
That's all. All right.
Okay.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
I
Excellent.
appreciate both of you, and it's good seeing you guys again. It's been a minute since we've talked, so
Mhm.
Thank you
Excellent.
so
bless you.
much, Edward.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you.
welcome.
Yeah.
Blessed to you both very much. James, good seeing you.
Thank you.
Now let's see. Okay, he
All
dropped
right.
out.
So
Now, why couldn't I drop out of Michael's the other day? That's interesting.
I don't know. I
I
really don't
guess
know.
I wonder if it's
Mhm.
because he's probably using the app and I'm using the browser.
That could be. Yeah.
Hmm. I'm gonna have to just be a pain to someone else at some point and figure that one part out.
Yeah. See how that works out. Yeah.
What do you all do? Hey, James. Okay. Um,
Hey.
right now we're testing this. What we Martin and I are known for our prop building and our cosplaying. Um, I,
Mhm.
we are known through Periscope from the very beginning and within science fiction fandom and film and television productions all the way back to the 80s. Especially for me,
Mhm.
Martin kind of joined me in on this a little later on
In
in the
the
80s into
later
the
80s,
early
yeah.
90s. But we are prop builders, special skills actors, and cosplayers,
Yeah.
professional
So
cosplayers.
we make movie props, movie and television props. So
Oh, here.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
We'll
get
show
rid
the-
of Martin and I and show you the intro that we normally play at the beginning
yeah.
of our broadcast.
'Cause we
Let's see
didn't
if
do
this
that
works. If
this
it
time, did
bumps
we?
both
Yeah.
Martin and I. Yes. So let's get us both back here.
There we go. Hi.
There we go.
Shump.
The answer is yes, 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 yes.
Yes, and yes.
James, a lot of the larger stuff, equipment, we've had
Mhm.
access to shops. Right now we don't. Moving back across country,
Mhm.
and the shop we came back for went under. So Martin and I right now are going back, even though it's time consuming. We're going back to a lot of our original skills
Mhm.
that we used to use
lot of,
back in the
lot of
90s.
hand fabrication as
And,
opposed to using like heavy shop machinery and that sort
So
of thing.
things like the butterfly wings, we don't have access to a large cutter anymore. We've got our small one. We don't have that. We had a big one when we made those first butterfly wings.
Mhm.
So now we're hand cutting, which is a little time consuming, but that's okay. We've created some stencils. We're going to make some more stencils for the different styles that we have up on our new store. But with the change in the industry and everything with COVID and the shop we came back to work for, and a lot of people who stayed here, where some of us went to BC, we can't just waltz back in and take away their jobs. So we've started an online store now. So we're focusing a little more on cosplay or not production at the moment.
Mhm.
And we're going to see if that can kickstart our careers. But I've been in the industry since I was 8. I am now way. Thank you, James. Oh, the Got Talent. We got the spotlights, Martin. Spotlights.
Yay, spotlight. Oh, hold on.
Spotlights. Spotlights. Okay, so the computer he's using is a bit of a delay. Oh, cheater! Cheater! Using the lightsaber. Cheater!
I could have done this guy too, I guess. Yeah.
Ay,
I think a battery needs to be
Thank
replaced
you,
on this guy.
Gemma. It's funny because people say a lot of things, but that video is just an example. If you
Mhm.
guys got a minute, Martin, do we have a minute? I can play the cosplay video, which basically has none of the
Yeah.
production stuff in it. It only has cosplay.
Yeah, we'll have to wrap this up
Just
soon
our
because I do have
cosplay.
to get back to working on the wing pack so I can have some stuff prepared for the broadcast
Yes.
tonight. So yeah.
Okay, so let's do this for you guys. Let's do just the cosplay video. This is just our cosplay. This does not include any professional productions, stage shows, movies, any of the TV work. That's taken out of this video. There's actually 3 cosplays missing from this video. So here you go. This is the cosplay world
34 years of
for us.
cosplay together.
And we're going to be able to over talk. I'm going to leave both mics on in case Martin and I want to say something over top of it in answer to your comments.
Yeah. Cosplay, COSPLAY. It's a term that came about in the convention circuits for costume play, right? Basically, costuming and masquerade.
So the music's really low, so it's easy for us to talk over
Mhm.
top. And we've always encouraged kids to cosplay along with us. Yes,
We are in every single one of these pictures. Some of them
Yep.
are just me because I did a little more than he did.
Hmm.
Okay, the video sounds choppy to me.
It
and
does. I'm
chopping
getting a
out
bit
little
choppy too. Yeah.
You too? Okay, so it's something about the nature of this video. I think because the file's too big. So now we know to make our files a little
big,
smaller if we
yeah.
want the music to be not so choppy.
Hmm.
Yeah, Harley was fun.
Oh yeah.
Gen X was my first corset.
Hmm. X-Men.
That was a pun contest. That was my Princess Leia, spelt like, the Hawaiian Lays. And Martin's Boba Fett, spelt French like party hunter. I want to remake the Cleopatra. That outfit is falling apart. The crown is long
Yeah.
gone. A lot of this stuff, when we moved to BC, we left behind, so we no longer have. If we had every cosplay we made, we'd have no room for us. And now our cosplays are
when we
getting
moved to
bigger and
BC,
bigger, it seems.
We moved to BC 20 years ago, and then now we moved back to Ontario 2 years ago. We let go of a bunch of other stuff too. Yeah.
Remember throwing together the adventurer's outfit for the Jurassic Park theme thing?
Oh yeah. The nail to the word. Thank you, James. Could do the nail thing.
Get ready with your hammer. Because when we come back, Martin, we have to do the nail.
Yep.
A hammer in the morning, hammer in the evening, all over this land. Yeah, my pirates character started as cosplay and then turned into the business basically, but I still cosplay her at conventions.
Mm-hmm.
The Weta guys, awesome. That little girl was just so incredible. Same with this one. She was adorable. Oh, do we have a favorite? That's always the hardest question.
Oh my god.
My favorite changes depending on what's happening in life. My favorite tends to be whichever character I feel most attached to. Martin, how about you?
Same here. I mean, recently it's been Buffalo Bill. You know, it's just so much fun doing that kind of character, right? And then Flint, the pirate, have been two of my favorite. But I always enjoyed playing Tosh from Babylon 5. I was playing Tosh because it's just such a mysterious character. Right? It's such an alien character.
James, hang on a second. Let us tell you what we're doing.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. But let us introduce to you what we do story time wise. Let me bring Martin and I back up. So let's see. We've got to do that. We've got to do the thing because this is what we do. We got to catch up. So we got the
Nail
nail
to the word.
award. Martin, start nailing.
Nail.
Nail.
Air nailing? Oh, sorry, air nailing.
Air nailing. That's right. Ow! Ah! Mm.
Did you say
Damn it, I
hit your
did it again. I
thumb?
hit my thumb.
Oh, man.
I did. Creative genius. That little light above our head.
Genius, yeah. Oh, hold on. I can do that.
Oh.
Props.
Cheater.
Uh-huh.
Got talent.
You got talent award.
Spotlights.
Spotlights.
I know they look like drunk ducks, but spotlights. Okay, so for those, Desiree, thank you. For those
Hey, it
of you
doesn't
who are
really.
new, we're going to introduce you to what our story time is. Now, what our story time is sponsorships happen the month before story time. So we've got a whole month to prepare for story time. Story time is usually the last Sunday of every month. And if you look a few broadcasts back, the last story time was Wild West. So what we normally do is it's $7 worth of sponsorship a month. So you donate, for example, everyone who did a sponsorship for us in August will be part of our pirate story time here in September. And I think, Martin, you and I are going to have to start counting awards during the month so people don't have to wait until story time before they're part of the draw. Because we can always let them know they won.
Yeah, that's true.
It'll
Yeah.
be a little more work for us, but I think we should do that. What do you say? Because
Yeah.
James has been incredible here, and
Mhm.
I think we'll do that from now on. Awards given during the previous month will count towards the excess, the extra, the after month. Okay, the after month. So awards given during
Mhm.
September, you'll be part of the draw for the Pirate Story Time. Okay, if you gave us a sponsorship in August, you're written into the story time.
Right.
Now October, we're doing something very special. We're changing the rules a little bit on story time.
Mhm.
We're going to do for every $5 you sponsor us for the month of September. If you continue that sponsorship, that's wonderful. If you decide that's all the money you have, that's great too. Just make sure you stop the sponsorship at the end of this month. Like wait until the money comes out and then don't have the sponsorship go another month. But anyone who sponsors us during September, for every $5 you sponsor, you get to give us a name of someone who's passed or a pet if you want.
Mhm.
Because October's story time is going to be called Remember Me. And we're going to give our sponsors a chance, $5 for each name. We're going to give the sponsors a chance to pick one name out of there, because if you have multiple names, um, unless there's only a few people who are, around that day and time, but we're going
Mhm.
to give you a chance to say something like 5 minutes to remember that person or remember that pet and share with everyone the Remember Me. And then what we're going to do is if we reach
Mhm.
$50 worth of sponsorships for the month of September, if at the end of September we have $50 worth of sponsorships, that whole $50 plus 50% of any awards given during the broadcast,
Mhm.
we're going to donate to the WWF for their Monarch Fund, because monarchs are on the endangered list, and
Mhm.
that's wrong. They are the most unique butterfly in the world. They are incredible. They are massive pollinators because they migrate every year from Canada all the way down to Mexico and back.
There you go. Yeah.
Um, and their habitat is being immeasurably threatened. And that is wrong. Anyone who is on the migration path of monarchs, please plant milkweed in your yards. I know
Mhm.
it's a weed, but they're the only insect that can eat it. And
Yep.
it's their primary staple. So plant milkweed, please, especially if
Mhm.
you're on that path. They're so middle Canada to east, all the way down to Mexico,
Mhm.
and the western states. They don't get much in BC, because for some reason they don't handle the rainforest. So you don't really see
Mhm.
monarchs in British Columbia or Washington State,
Yeah.
but you do see them in Oregon and south of that. So if you're on there are maps online for the migration patterns of monarchs. Please plant milkweed in your yards.
Mhm.
Please, please,
Give
please,
them something
please,
to
please
munch
help
on.
these
Yeah.
creatures. You know,
Mhm.
um, got a lot of veterans over 50 I know personally that have been killed in combat and suicides.
Wow.
James, if you want to give us a
51 of
list, um,
132. Huh.
I am going to give you. So either we can do it as them as a group and come up with a special price for you, or
Mhm.
use our email freely, please.
Mhm.
Or we can ask you to pick some of the favorites or whatever. But if you're willing to come on camera on the day of the Remember Me, or you can write a story for us to read, we'll read it. Um, but let's figure out something special for them. Okay,
Mhm.
a set amount for your particular sponsorship, and whether or not you're going to come on camera and read the story yourself, or whether or not you want us to read it. Let's do that on email. And okay, 17 of them.
As long
Yes,
as you can
let's
make time
send
of
me an
that. Okay,
email.
well.
Send me an email. I will pick up the email in the next few days,
Mhm.
and let's talk about honoring them.
Yeah, that's very
Basically,
important.
the
Yeah.
Remember Me ceremony is like we styled it after the Mexican Day of the Dead ceremony. Mexicans
Mhm.
believe that monarchs carry the souls home every year, so they make the monarchs part of their ceremonies. So that's why Martin's and my monarch characters um, have Mexican names,
Mhm.
like Spanish names, because it's part of their culture, and their philosophy is when you die, you go to the afterlife, and as long as the world remembers you, you remain living in that afterlife. If
Mhm.
the world forgets you, you disappear and no one knows where.
Yeah. Your soul fades
Um,
away.
your soul fades away. So we decided last year when we found out about the plight of the monarchs, because if they're bringing the souls back to Mexico every year to visit their relatives, then we don't want them to go extinct.
Mhm.
See, I'm crying. This is who I am, folks, okay? Martin, right now, I wish we were in the same room.
I know. Hugs are few and far
Okay,
between these days.
veterans chat. Oh, wow. You know what, Martin?
Uh-huh.
Um, maybe on a day where I don't have time and you don't, maybe
Mhm.
you should ask James if you can be on one of his broadcasts because your
Yeah.
parents survived the Second World War in
Oh, I
Germany
know. Yeah.
and were never recognized as veterans. I know because they were quiet because of their
Mhm.
PTSD, but if
Yeah.
you're open to it, it might help you come to terms with your parents passing away.
Mhm.
So maybe you and
Yeah.
James can talk about you getting
Mhm.
on, and you can bring some pictures of your parents with you on. And now that we can see that PC can do the app, you can upload the photos of your parents
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
be able to share that. My parents are a very different story. My father's is a very different story. He is
Mhm.
technically a veteran, but nowhere near to the level your parents are. And I'm sure you would like to share their stories because I don't think you've had a
Oh,
chance
yeah.
to.
That would. Yeah. Uh-oh.
James lived to mix. Oh, Habs hug.
Haps hug.
Habs hug. Martin, Habs hug.
Haps hug.
Uh-oh, is she meowing at you?
Yeah, she just came in wandering into the kitchen,
Well,
mouthing off at me.
give her a hug. Give her a Habs hug.
Yeah, haps hug for a little fluff ball. Hi.
Oh, she's gonna hate this.
Oh. Well, she's
She's like,
actually
what
being
the
relatively.
hell are you?
All right, now she's like, okay, that's enough. All
Okay,
right.
so now I can see the delay on your.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there you go. James says I can help, brother. Yeah,
Awesome. Yeah.
his father was running messages for the Ally behind the lines while being part of the Hitler Youth in order to keep his family safe.
Thor.
Martin's
Yeah.
parents are just incredible people. His mother fled her home and lost relatives off the back of a truck.
Mm-hmm.
I really, Martin, go ahead and set a time with James.
Yeah.
Right. James, send us that email so Martin can talk to you as well.
Yep.
And
Thor, don't nudge the
help him with his
don't
grieving as
nudge the
well.
camera.
I think you and Martin could have a lot to give each other. And I think that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Doctors and nurses I grad from PTSD programs. I have PTSD still and fight it
Oh
daily.
yeah.
And they'll help other vets. And you see with Martin, it's I'm doing all the talking again because I'm trying to get us off so that we can go back to working on stuff.
Yes.
With
Mhm.
Martin, it's inherited PTSD.
Yeah.
So it's a
I never
lot
faced it
harder
directly,
to,
but it was learned
yeah.
behavior from some of their patterns, right? So.
So it's a whole completely different approach and it's harder to deal with. So
Mm-hmm.
peace award. Peace.
Groovy.
Peace. So James, send us an email for me to arrange with you on how we're going to honor them during that broadcast,
Mhm.
and to Martin so he can be on one of your broadcasts when he has a chance while I'm doing something else, and that will be his special thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's it. So we're gonna head off because Martin's still got stuff to do before tonight,
Yep.
and your that computer seems to do okay, as long
It's
as it's
not
not
bad.
being
It's a
taxed
little
with
laggy.
anything else.
Yeah. I'm gonna get
It
some of
seems to
those
be
superfluous apps.
better closer to the run. Yeah. So maybe you can do that while you're eating dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Sit there and
Yeah.
uninstall apps. But Martin's got all the supplies there for tonight's broadcast because I'm somewhere else.
Yep.
We will be expecting that email. If we don't see it in the next 12 hours, James, we will. I screen captured it. We will send you a message because it may have gotten blocked by the spam blocker. But if it's okay by you, James, we have to focus on what we have to get done before we go to air tonight.
Yep.
And I have projects that my worker, they're called advocates here, oddly enough.
Mm-hmm.
They're not called social workers or called advocates.
Counselors or therapists.
I'm finding it interesting how they've changed a lot of the terminology for women. For me, I'm just like, I really don't care. I'm very masculine in comparison to a lot of women. But I understand that this is the process designed for the majority. So I'm going to take a deep breath, learn the lingo, and do it. Teamwork award. We've never got one of those, and I can't.
Award.
I can't hold your hands, Martin.
Mhm.
Martin,
Teamwork
just put your
award.
hands up. Put your hands up.
Okay.
And go like, okay, you can do that. Oh no, let's do our thing. Let's do our
Oh
thing.
yeah. Okay. Hang on. Delay.
Let's do our thing that we made up years ago.
Delay.
Okay. So
Delay.
boom,
Boom.
and then pull back.
Did it work? Time wise? Sorry.
Yeah, I just had to wait for you a little bit.
I was waiting for
Usually
you.
we do.
But I was waiting for you.
We always do the fist, and that was inspired by BB-8 because we used to do the fist bump,
BB-8
and it
is
was just like
terrible.
everyone does a fist bump,
Yep.
and then BB-8 pulled out his little lighter and his little torch, and we thought, oh, so we changed the fist bump to together, and then you light the torch. So we changed our fist bump to that. So that's what Martin and I do now.
Yep.
So if you ever see us in person and we go to fist bump you make sure you pull your thumb up when you pull away.
That's right.
And you'll be speaking our lingo. All right, folks, I am going to let you all go and get back to working on things and leave Martin to work on things. And he's going to get all the dead apps off during his dinner time. So tonight, hopefully it'll be even better. And Martin, are you going to bring your work into the kitchen for now? Like find a way to hang up our banner somewhere in the kitchen?
I think I'm going to do that.
Thank you, James.
A little bit more space here, and I can set workspace on the kitchen table. Get the camera set up on the other side of the table.
Just please put something
like
over
when
the
we've done
table so we don't
broadcast.
ruin it.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'm hungry. I didn't really
yeah?
have lunch, did I? Oops. 4:30. I should eat.
Mm,
All right.
Not a bad idea. Okay.
Everyone respect yourself more than anyone else can. This little test definitely turned into something a little bigger than we thought, but that's okay. And respect yourself more than anyone else can. Everything will be fine. Self-respect, self-love, most important thing on the planet.
Mhm.
Martin, make sure you get up and move around a bit because we are going to be sitting down for the broadcast tonight.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to try to see if I can get the meditation room so I'm closer to the router and in a space where I'm not disturbing the neighbors because there's babies next door. And I don't know what time to go to bed. And hey, Martin,
Mm-hmm.
say see you later, Martin.
See you later, Martin.
I'm going to do the extra video anyway, just to test the smooth transition and turn off our mics when I do that. So everyone finger crossed that this works. Getting used to all the changes in HAPS is fun. Bye.
And oh, by the way, Jonas, that is literally the day we met. 1987. I think he looks younger than me.
Right? Go on, camera. I'd like to. That's my favorite thing. That's why I do. No. Well, look up there.
How much styrofoam?
Way too much styrofoam. The birds are confused. It's like, what's this city doing here?
Marco, leave us hanging.